Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Sinister Playthroughs, this one of Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones. We are now done with Chapter 5, and therefore you might think out of the Empire's reach, but no such luck. We are now into Chapter 5X, Unbroken Heart. What is Chapter 5X, you might wonder? We're about to find out. What a pleasant surprise, it's Master Valter. What's the situation, Tirado? You have captured Ephraim, haven't you? No, Prince Ephraim still fights in the lands north of Renvall. And why is that? What has happened to all those mercenaries you hired? They've proven to be less than adequate. Ephraim's clever. His band strikes quickly and then vanishes into the woods. We more than double his numbers, and yet he uses the terrain wisely to fight us. He has no army, just a small force of knights loyal to Renee. Prince Ephraim's reputation as a superb strategist would seem to be well earned. How interesting. The lad's beginning to whet my appetite. Tirado, bring him to me as quickly as you can, will you? As you command, just grant me an army, and I'll bring him down swiftly. What sort of plan do you have? Master, I am your loyal adjutant, and you are my general. For you, my lord, I have many plans ready and waiting. Really? Well then, let me hear them. Very well. First you and I will leave this fort and head north. Then we will find Prince Ephraim in his leafy playpen. But he's not easily found, is he? Do not worry. At Prince Ephraim's side is a friend, shall we say. When the time is right, our friend will move on our behalf. Ooh, nasty, folks. That is a nasty surprise that we have waiting for us, it seems. Here, as you might guess, is Prince Ephraim over on the left, with Ford and whatever that other guy's name is on the right. They're running out of stuff. They can't go to a village because, you know, it'd probably mean lots of innocent people get hurt or something. And so, anyway, I'm just gonna skip this. Yay! Ford and Kyle and Prince Ephraim all go up to Renvall, because they've decided that a surprise attack against Renvall is their best shot at holding out in Grotto territory. And obviously, this seems like kind of a crazy idea. Kyle, please, it's alright. We've heard nothing from home, so what harm could a little reckless besieging cause? Prince Ephraim, don't worry, I haven't lost all sense of self-preservation. Renvall holds an important place in Grotto's national defense. If we can get the upper hand and take control of it, then Grotto will waste many valuable soldiers trying to take it back. I hope our attack proves useful to my father and Eirika. I understand what you're saying, but can we do it with our current strength? Every soldier in this area is trying to find us. The enemy has us vastly outnumbered. Attacking the castle is a ridiculous idea. If the enemy thinks the same, then we may have our opening. You have a point. I'm sure Renvall won't expect us to attack with these numbers. Either way, we can't run forever, and we're running out of supplies. What have we got to lose? Shall we get ready to go? Yes, if we don't move quickly, we may never get another chance. Trust me, I don't pick fights I cannot win. That's like Prince Ephraim's tagline. He says that pretty much every time. An attack by Ephraim's troops? To arms! Prince Ephraim circled around and brought the fight to us. If we can capture the prince here, we can line our pockets with gold. Do you understand? We'll be rich. Orson. Yes? Your wounds still haven't healed from that last battle, have they? Don't push yourself. If we're defeated, you must return to Frelia, understood? Understood. Let's go. Kyle, Ford. So, this entire battle, in case you're wondering, you fight this entire battle with just these four guys. And actually, if you're like me, you'll mostly just fight it with Ephraim, because, frankly, these other guys, not so great. I'm not going to be using any of them. So, first things first, we're going to do a save state. And These guys are basically just going to be here to carry around stuff for Prince Ephraim. And maybe, you know, lend him their goodies every now and then. Maybe give him an extra steel lance. Maybe a little vulnerary. There we go. Alright, Prince Ephraim. It is all you, buddy. You might notice that I'm standing on the columns. That is one of those special little spots you can stand that will give you an extra avoid and defense bonus. Except it's sort of like, you know, the one that you get to see indoors, because obviously there isn't, like, really terrain as such in these indoor battle places. So, in case you haven't figured it out yet, Prince Ephraim, kind of a badass. He is a pretty awesome character, and he only gets more awesome as the game goes on. I'm going to stop using... How do you even pronounce that? Regenleaf? Ranleaf? Whatever it's called. I'm going to stop using that for a second, and I'm going to focus on using some other weapons. Actually, let me see if someone has a javelin I can lend him, because that would be really handy. Javelin? Oh, you have one! Why don't you go give one to Prince Ephraim like a good steward or something? There we go. Much better. Okay. Suddenly I feel much better about Prince Ephraim. Oh yeah, look at that. He can attack much more quickly with the javelin than he can with a steel lance. He'll get off 2 attacks and nail this archer in no time. And down he goes. Nice throwing arm there, Ephraim. Not the greatest level up, but it'll do for now. So for the time being, let's see. Orson, why don't you move over here? Because I want Ephraim to deal with these bad guys all on his own. Okay. And I don't believe either of them have anything other than melee weapons, correct? So we are going to equip Prince Ephraim with a steel lance. And wait for the next turn. Now, of course, he's attacking with an axe, because he has a big advantage vis-a-vis a lance, attacking with an axe, but not a big enough advantage to do much to Prince Ephraim. Ooh, that was a pretty unfortunate turn of events, but not to worry, I think this is going to work out just fine. So let's see, what is Prince Ephraim's chance to hit here? Only a 67% chance to hit. Theoretically, bad things could happen in this turn, so I'm going to do a quick save state, just in case. Hopefully he takes out this guy. No. Ooh, no good. Well, let's see what happens, folks. Hopefully I won't have to reload, but this is Fire Emblem, you never know. Whole lot of missing going on here. One thing I found out recently, that I did not know was the case, is that even when your characters miss, their weapon level still goes up a bit, which is kind of good. That's pretty useful, so this isn't totally wasting time with Prince Ephraim missing. Ooh, and down he goes. Nice hit. Now if he can just take out that axe wielder, I'll feel much better about this whole situation. Oh, and a critical. Guess he was saving that one up. Nicely done, Prince Ephraim. Alright. I hate to waste vulneraries, but Prince Ephraim kind of needs it after that rather unfortunate series of misses over the past couple turns. Let's see, how far away is this axe wielder? Okay, he can get up to here. And then I'll decide what to do. Either I'll just leave Prince Ephraim there, or I'll go after him with the javelin. Not sure which. Let's see what the javelin can do to this guy. Yeah, those aren't good enough odds to risk it. I'm just gonna leave him there. I just left him equipped with the javelin, didn't I? That was pretty dumb. Oh well. Hey, he just leveled up. Maybe he'll gain some speed. Yes! Oh yes! Now that is what I call a level up. And with that, I'm going to do another save state, because that was awesome, and I don't want to lose that level up. Ooh, alright. Couple of near misses. See what the next turn brings. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And his weapon level has increased. Very good. Alright, Prince Ephraim, I think it's time for you to use more vulnerary. And let's see. Do you have any? No. Do you have any? Yes, you do. You are giving Prince Ephraim your vulnerary right now, Orson. Because you are a witless bastard. Ooh, and you have a silver sword. That's handy. I'm just gonna move you back over here. In fact, you know what, Ford, why don't you just take all of Orson's stuff? Because I don't like Orson, and I don't want him to have anything. The end. Wasn't that a great story, folks? I knew you'd like that. Alright, time to start working our way upwards. Let's see, this guy has an iron lance and nothing else. You know what that means. That means it's time for some javelining. I'm sure that soldier didn't like that. Is he going to move? Let's find out. Nope! He's going to sit there and take it. And I am okay with that. Very nice. Got a door key. What do I want to discard? Ooh, I don't want to discard anything. That's no good. And we're going to load. Sorry, folks. I apologize for that. That was poor planning on my part. I really should have known better than to do that. Alright, let's see what happens now. Hopefully this goes more or less the same way it did before. Yep. Weapon level increased, blah blah blah, and we're back to where we were. Okay, Prince Ephraim, use your vulnerary. And return. Now instead of giving Prince Ephraim another vulnerary, I'm going to just let him javelin that soldier to death. And get the door key. And then once he's used the door key, I will give him another vulnerary. Because I'm nice like that. Wait, Orson, you stay there. Down goes the soldier. That can't have been a fun way to die, just standing there while you get very slowly javelined to death. Other things that I would imagine can't be all that fun. Being the subject of a verb called to javelin. I'm sorry, I would come to the door, but I'm being javelined right now. And down goes that shaman. That is what that was, in case you were wondering. Ooh, and another good level up. Very nice. I know I've mentioned before that Prince Ephraim is a total badass, but it's true. It bears repeating. Time for another save state, and we continue onwards. Door indeed. What awaits us? The answer? A guy with an axe. I don't regret that I kept Ephraim with the javelin, largely because he's very fast with it, can get off 2 attacks, and also because there's a mage hanging out up there who he will be able to counterattack, since he is equipped with a javelin. Yep, and that's the way the mage goes down. Oh, am I going to have to drop a chest key? Ah! Ah, you're killing me, game. Alright, folks. I am so sorry. We're going to load again. And, let's see, Ford, why don't you make yourself useful and trade with Prince Ephraim here? Why don't you take Riganley first? Or maybe... yeah, take an elixir. Because Prince Ephraim's perfectly fine. He doesn't need an elixir. He's doing just fine on his own. Yes, yes. Oh, he missed. That's handy. And he died. That's even more handy. Javelined! Alright, and here comes the mage. He also will get javelined, if this goes the same way it did last time, which I think it will. Yep. Down goes the mage. And a second chest key. Oh dear. Ford just got hit with an arrow, and... yeah, that actually doesn't matter at all, folks. Not even slightly. I'm going to quickly do another save state, and just for shits and giggles, I'm going to javelin this bowman. Because why not? And down he goes. And Ephraim levels up yet again. Oh, that was a terrible level up. Okay, you know what? We're just going to pretend that didn't happen, and we're going to go open these chests. Because I'm a horrible, cheating, save-scumming bastard. I really should stop doing that. I really should just kind of play this game straight, but it's just so easy when you have save states at your disposal. And I've kind of already started on the path of evil with all that save-scumming I've been doing. Ooh, a killer lance. I like that. Okay, let's take this away from you for the time being and give you a vulnerary, because that is something you could use, Prince Ephraim. Alright, from this day onward, and actually not from this day onward, from this moment onward, how about that? I swear a solemn oath that I will not save scum unless I have to, in order to avoid you wonderful people sitting through unnecessary battle footage, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to do a save state. I'm going to javelin this archer, and even if he gets a terrible level up, I'm going to live with it. Just like I did when I played Shining Force, and Xylo sucked, and Han sucked. Although, on balance, I think it's pretty unlikely that Prince Ephraim will suck, because he generally gets pretty good stat growth when he levels up. He is a good character, as they say. I did take away all of Orson's stuff, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay. Very good. Orson's a bastard. I don't like Orson. For reasons that, if they aren't already obvious, should be pretty obvious pretty shortly. And that is the end of that turn. Let's continue upwards. Let's see how far this archer can reach. Okay, you can get... so... is the end of that turn. That archer is not going to budge. He is perfectly fine right where he is. Thank you very much. Well, I guess we'll just have to sacrifice Kyle for a second. No, that archer is still not going to budge. Oh, I guess I didn't move Kyle quite far enough. Alright. Interesting. All in all, not a very good matchup for that particular Cavalier. Probably could have thought that through a little more carefully. Kyle also pretty much completely unfazed by that bow. Very interesting. Well, no matter, I still want Prince Ephraim handling these guys. So that is how this is going to go down. One hit, one kill. And down he goes. Going for Ford? Can't say I blame him. It's probably his best target, but even so, considering I'm going to be using Prince Ephraim pretty much exclusively for this entire battle, it's probably not going to be the most helpful target he could have chosen. What's more, I'm going to move everyone right next to him so he can't actually attack anyone, and that is going to be hilarious. Ha! See, I just laughed because of how hilarious that was. Alright, and down he goes. Very exciting, and time for another save state, because if I screw up this next turn, I don't want you to have to sit through all that again, because that would be terrible. And I would feel like a very bad playthrougher if I put you through that. It would make me sad, folks. I don't want to be sad. I love those little cloppity-clop noises the horsemen make whenever they ride. It's pretty impressive all around that the Game Boy Advance was able to produce such delightfully realistic sound effects. So as you can see from these various units' movement ranges, this guy can attack here, but these units cannot. They cannot quite reach there. Which means and I will be moving Prince Ephraim right here, and equipping him with Regan Leaf. Regan Leaf? I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm not even going to pretend I know how that's pronounced. I do believe Regan Leaf is... Oh yeah, you see how it's flashing? It is strong against armored enemies. Which means that he goes down in a single hit, and Ephraim levels up. Ooh, and a really good one, too. Man, it is hard to argue with a level up like that. It's also hard to argue against saving state after a level up like that. Sheesh. Okay. So, as you can see, by studying the sort of overlapping thingies, I can see that I should move Prince Ephraim exactly one space to the right, and that will cause him to get attacked by exactly one enemy, which is exactly what I want. I don't need Prince Ephraim getting overwhelmed by multiple enemies in a single turn. That would be poor strategy. Everyone else will be staying put, because no one is in range of them. Man, that couldn't have felt good. Poor soldier. And once again, I believe moving directly to the right one space will get him attacked by one enemy and one enemy only. Just how I like it. Ooh. That was almost a one-hit, one-kill. But he double attacked and finished him anyway, so there's really no cause to complain. I believe, once again, we will be moving to the space directly to the right of us by one. And that will have us dealing with a single Cavalier. A single cavalier who is probably regretting his decision to attack right now. I know I would be if I were him. Oh, that is a 100% chance to hit. Let's go ahead and kill two birds with one stone, shall we? This will draw the soldier from down below up to attack Prince Ephraim. And he will be going down in just a moment. Now you might think that I've carefully choreographed this whole thing, but the honest truth is, I just figured this out from looking at their movement patterns. Right, that's one thing I really like about Fire Emblem, is if you just have like a reasonably good memory, a reasonably good visual memory, you can just remember where the sort of trigger points for all the enemies are, and you can almost, like a sliding block puzzle, just kind of move your character exactly where he needs to go to draw out any given enemy. It's really handy. Even if it's not the most entertaining way to play the game, there are times when you need to be cautious, and there are times when you need to be judicious in how you move your units around, and for those times, it's a really good technique to know how to use. Whoop, and down he goes. Saw that critical coming. Man, the attack animations in this game are so great. It's really impressive, too, what they were able to do with such a limited color palette and such low resolutions. You know, pixel art, as much as I used to rag on it, and I did. I'm ashamed to say I did used to rag on pixel art. I've come to the conclusion that it's actually pretty awesome. If done correctly, pixel art can be really impressive. This is a game that shows pixel art done correctly, as far as I'm concerned. Not that there's anything wrong with horribly animated lo-fi pixel art, but I have my preferences. I think the way this game does it is way cooler than some of the other stuff you're likely to see. Alright, so let's see here. If I move Prince Ephraim right down there, he will be drawing out a single axe-wielding guy and steel lancing him to death. Hopefully. That's the idea anyway. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Couldn't have planned it better myself. Except that I did plan it myself, so never mind. I don't think that actually made any sense, folks, but that's okay. I'm going to do a quick save state, and let's see, where do we want to move to next? So that guy can move up there. Oh yes, okay, so we're just going to move right over here, draw out that second axe wielder, and meanwhile, Kyle and Ford, why don't you head on down here, just in case Prince Ephraim needs you. I think he'll be okay, though. That's just my guess. That couldn't have felt good. I know I've never been hit in the head with an axe, so I'm not really in a position to, like, speak from experience, but if I had to guess, I would say that that probably didn't feel good. Alright, so Prince Ephraim, you just stay right there. And why don't you finish off this axe wielder, if you can. That would be ideal. Nice, very nice. Good hit. Hope you're pleased with yourself. Okay, let's think about this for a second. So this mage can reach all the way up to this spot right in front of this knight here. This knight can go all the way down here. So that one, right in front of that far window he can reach to. And the mage can reach there also, so that would be a bad spot to put Prince Ephraim. In fact, pretty much anywhere that this guy can reach, I think that mage can reach as well. Yeah. So that's a little treacherous. Let's see if Prince Ephraim can make it out of the zone of danger. No, probably not. Alright, let's think about this for a second. So, this spot that mage can reach, can this knight reach there? No, he cannot. So I think what I'll do is I'll move Prince Ephraim right over here and equip him with this javelin, and let him take down the mage on the enemy's turn. Let's see how that goes. Woohoo! Ooh, that couldn't have felt good. Poor mage. Alright. Well, that was exciting, folks. Let's see. Can Prince Ephraim make it to that first window there? Yes, he can. Very nice. We'll be equipping him with a steel lance and using the last of his vulnerary to bring him back up to fighting strength. And I think he should only... Yep. He will just be dealing with this soldier on the next turn. Just how I like it. And you two just move up a little bit, just in case he needs the support, but I think he'll be okay. And next turn. Sorry if this is not the most exciting battle, folks. This one is kind of a slow burner, just because of the way it's laid out. It is not the most dynamic battle in this game. Not by a long shot. Okay, Prince Ephraim over here. And you two, why don't you just gallop on over next to him? Oh, I just missed a support. Oh well. I'm not going to be using those two characters anyway, so it doesn't especially matter. Uh-oh. Kyle, did you just steal Prince Ephraim's kill? That's a very bad cavalier, Kyle. Very bad. Prince Ephraim's gonna be mad at you. Ah, whatever. It's fine. Prince Ephraim is doing perfectly fine. He doesn't need it. Even so, I'm still not going to use either of these characters. Fine, I'll do a support conversation. Blah, blah, blah. Yay, I just skipped it, and support level increased. Don't you like that? They don't even have to actually talk in order for their support level to increase. They just have to kind of make like they're gonna talk, and then decide not to do it, and their support level increases anyway. If only real life were like that. Hoo-hoo, alright. This is gonna be a one-hit kill. And down he goes. Yeah, Prince Ephraim is already a complete badass. And we're not even done with this battle yet. Well, he is now full in terms of his inventory. Let's make sure there's no one else who's going to drop anything, because I don't want to lose out on any more exciting... Whoops. I don't want to miss out on any more exciting items. Nope, I think that is it, as far as items that are going to be dropped in this battle. So I don't think Kyle and Ford are going to have to carry any more of Prince Ephraim's stuff. At least not for now. Let's do another quick save state, because as we are now approaching the boss, I'm going to equip him with Regan Leaf again, so that he can take down that soldier in a single hit. That knight, rather. And down he goes. I don't know what Regan Leaf is made of, but knights must hate it. Ooh, a speed increase. That is something I like to see. And a resistance increase, that's also really useful. It's hard to argue with that. Okay, so Prince Ephraim, you just move up a space, and you equip a steel lance, and we will be good to go. And down goes the soldier. Now we're just going to shuffle a couple steps to the left, performing the Prince Ephraim shuffle here. Man, I feel really bad for that soldier. He's like, yeah, I hit Prince Ephraim, yeah! 2 damage. Then he gets counterattacked and suffers literally more than 10 times as much damage in return. That has to be a humiliating moment in a soldier's life. Okay. And now it's time to end the turn. He will not be counterattacking because I forgot to equip him with the javelin, but that's okay, because... it's fine. The shaman needs to, like, go 3 more turns without getting killed before he'll have a shot at killing Prince Ephraim, and... well, that's just not gonna happen. I mean, look at that. Yeah, he's going down this turn. One way or another. Yep. And that's the end of him. The only enemy left now is the boss. I don't foresee having to rescue Prince Ephraim, but just in case, I'll move those 2 in range. Just in case something horrible and unforeseen happens. And a quick save state. And let's see just what Prince Ephraim is up against here. The answer, I think, is Prince Ephraim is going to absolutely cream this guy, but just in case, let's have him use a vulnerary. Because there is no point in taking unnecessary risks. Even if we do have a save state, circa right now. I wonder how he would do with... oh man, even a steel lance. Yeah, he doesn't even need Regan Leaf. Alright, let's take this sucker down. Do you truly think you can take us with those well, there's only you, dude, and there's 3 of them, so, I'm gonna say yes. Imbecile, you'll learn the error of your ways once you stop knowing math, like I don't. Ooh. Lucky dodge there. So maybe he'll get a chance to hit Prince Ephraim once next turn, but even so, in all likelihood, he's gonna die. Because Prince Ephraim has 2 counterattacks to his 1 attack. And down he goes. Lord Torado, it can't be! Were we merely pawns? Shouldn't have skipped algebra. And down goes Zonta, and Ephraim levels up again! He is now a level 13 Lord, with 32 hit points and 13 luck. Let's be honest, Prince Ephraim doesn't need it. He's just that awesome. And now he's seized the throne of Renvall. Him and his 3 dudes. Actually, I was lying before, there's more than 3 of them. Technically, there's 4 if you count Orson, but I don't count Orson because he sucks. So, theoretically, if his estimate's correct, if half the enemy troops are in the field, they just killed half of Renvall's army with, like, 3 people. Technically, he just did it himself, actually. I mean, Kyle and Ford didn't even really do much. Oh, things have taken a turn for the worse. I mean, considering how amazingly things just went, I don't see how anything but that is possible at this point. I took a look around the castle perimeter. We're surrounded. What? Grotto sent reinforcements so quickly. What should we do? We must escape. Yep, that seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do. I'd escape if I were him. So, you've captured Renvall, have you? And with such a small force! Impressive. Hey, it's not the size that counts, it's what you... You've earned your reputation. I must say, I quite admire your work. I take it you're the leader of this pack, the misguided Prince Ephraim. I am. I'm General Volta, the Moonstone of Grotto's Imperial Army. Catching up to you has caused me no small amount of trouble. We've reduced your wretched home of Renee to ruin, and yet... you and your little band of bravos continue to be a thorn in our side. But that all ends here. We'll see. You claim you've taken the capital of Renee. Tell me, how did you know I would attack Renvall? Ha ha! Patience. You'll have your answer soon enough. Now, be good lads, and drop your weapons, will you? Prince Ephraim, let us attack! Listen to me, Ephraim. You're a smart man. You know it's futile to fight me. You cannot win. You cannot escape. Accept the reality of your situation and surrender to me. Surrender? Yeah, that's right. If you do, I'll let you live. I hold your life in the palm of my hand. Do not test my good humor. Now come over here, bend your knee, and beg for your life. Show me how renegade dogs grovel. I think not. What? You said your name was Walter, didn't you? Well, I'm sorry, Walter, but I don't have time to waste playing games with you. So we're going to knock you louts about we're going to knock you louts about a bit, and then make our way out of here. Fool, have you gone mad? Do you truly believe you can fight your way past my wyvern knights? Watch and see. I don't pick fights I can't win. Kyle, Ford, are you ready? My life has been yours since the moment I took my chivalric vows. It's moments like these that keep me by your side, my prince. What idiotic wretches you are. Prepare yourselves to be destroyed utterly. We break to the east, go! And so they run away. See? Wasn't that cool? He was totally like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna kick your butt. Okay, run! See? He was faking him out because Prince Ephraim is a master strategist. So, just in case you were wondering, that is what the X stands for next to the chapter. That's how you know that it's a chapter that's happening at the same time as the chapter that Eirika's going on with, but it's Prince Ephraim's chapter, if that made sense. I'm not speaking English correctly right now, but hopefully you got the sense of that. Anyway, folks, we are out of time for this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching me very slowly move Prince Ephraim across a map, massacring absolutely everyone. Not gonna lie, I kind of enjoyed it. Anyway, that is all we have time for in this episode. I will see you in the very next episode of Sinister Playthroughs of Fire Emblem, The Sacred Stones. See you all next time.